Good morning. Happy Friday. Roseward, stampersdelight.com. I hope you all had a great Christmas, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and looking forward to the new year. So glad you could join me this morning. Let me just grab my glasses. So again, Roseward, stampersdelight.com. And today I'm going to start showing you items from the new catalog. The one I am going to be showcasing today is Beautiful Moments. Absolutely love these sketch scenes. So, don't forget, grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. This mug right here, if you saw it on Facebook, I posted it yesterday. It actually, and I'll show you at the end of our segment here, that it's going to turn black. So what happens is the mug is black. As soon as I put hot liquid in it, my logo appears. Yep, this was another great gift from the Cali kids. Hi, Rita. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. I'm just going to place it over here. And a couple of things. I want to remind you, the mini catalog. Good morning, Maureen. Mini catalog and celebration. They start January 3rd. With that, when you join with the starter kit, you're going to get this cute little paper trimmer. We were able to buy it as demonstrators, so you get it free with your starter kit. You also get a stack of, I guess I didn't bring it over here. I'm working from different tables. A sampler pack of designer series paper. You get $125 in product, plus you get to pick one extra stamp set of your choice, so it could be the most expensive stamp set that you want. So contact me about getting the starter kit starting January 3rd. The other quick thing I want to tell you, because I can't open a catalog until next Friday. Next Friday I'll be on, and I can open a catalog. I have a special going on right now. Order through me as my New Year's special from now until December 31st. And you can get free shipping. The order does have to come through me. You can't do it online because it won't calculate it that way. So again, free shipping on any order through me, stampersdelight.com. Just email me, go to stampersdelight.com, and you'll get my email there, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so this is my December host code. Now, for the free shipping, you don't want to use that, okay? Just so you know. All right, so a recap of some of the things I've been playing with in the new catalog. I'm going to show you those first. You may have seen them on my blog or my Facebook page, okay, or my YouTube channel. Follow me on YouTube, stampersdelight.com. Also my blog, stampersdelight.com. I'm sorry, YouTube is Stampers Delight, all one word. Okay, so here's one of the cards that I did a while ago. This is with the new Parisian set. And I'll put all the items used in it later on. And, of course, I teamed it up with the new doilies. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Donna, Trisha, Kathy. Here's another one that I used. And, again, I don't have the stamp sets over here. And I can't open the catalog in front of me to tell you the different names. But these were already done. You already saw some of these. I'm just recapping because we are going to be starting with the new catalog soon. Okay, see what else we got here. This is one of my favorites with the Parisian set. These are two new ones I did. If you're coming to my spring retreat, this is the one of the stamp sets that you'll be getting at the spring retreat. It's a stamp set plus 2 punches. Okay. And then again, some Valentine's Day ones. Now, of course, this is with the red glimmer paper, which is still available. You want to grab that now because it's great for Valentine's Day. Another Valentine's Day card. And then these two are the Happy Birthday to You celebration stamp set. So here's one of them. And again, I used that great embossing folder that's with the Parisian, and I think it's Beauty Abounds. Let me just, I don't know all the new names yet myself. So there's different ones, different bundles. So let me just tell you what this one is correctly Forever Blossom. And this is the Parisian Flourish 3D. I use that a lot. Okay. And then, of course, here's the same one, same stamp set. This is a free celebration set with a $50 order. And this is the same embossing folder. I just inked the embossing folder up with Seaside Spray. And then ran it through the Big Shot with a piece of our white, shimmery white paper. Okay. So those are some of the new ones. Okay. So again, the one I'm going to show you today is Beautiful Moments. I knew as soon as I saw this, I needed to get it. It also pairs up nicely with A Good Man. You can see that you got the whole family going on here. And then it would even work with the Artfully Aware. These are the sketched kind of stamp sets. We used to have Seaside Sketches. Used to love those stamp sets too. So when I saw this, and I don't remember the demonstrator's name, when I find out, or if you remember, if you were in Hartford, you can let me know, and I will give her kudos for that because I believe that's the right thing to do. It was her idea that I cased. Okay, so this is the set we're going to use. So the first card I did with this, and I'm just going to grab a sip of my coffee. First card I did was really a simply stamped card. I used the mother and daughter, or aunt and niece. And then I used also this one from A Good Man. And I just did a simply sketched image here. I'm going to be doing more with that one in a minute. The next one I wanted to show you was, let me just keep this right here so you can see it. This beautiful card. Again, I used that Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder. And this paper right here is designer series paper from the Best Dressed. And of course I used this. I used watercolor pencils. Okay, and then I put some Wink of Stella on it. And of course inside. Collect Beautiful Moments. That's the other thing here too. I love the sayings on here. So that was one, and here I had Thinking of You, and had some little butterflies. The next one I used the designer series paper from the Celebration catalog. And this was a leftover saying from my paper pumpkin. I'm sorry, not the paper pumpkin. The kerchief celebration, in the Celebration catalog, there's a card kit called Kerchief Card Kit. And I had some leftover pieces to that. And if you missed that, I have a video out there on that, the Kerchief Card Kit. So it comes with a lot of different die cuts with sayings. And the nice thing is, if it's a language you don't use, you can just flip it over and use that die cut. Okay, so this one, I cut out the circle. It's a 3D kind of thing here. I popped that up with some dimensionals. And you'll see on the inside, so there's the mother and daughter, and there's the father and son, or uncle, just like father, whatever you want it to be. So they kind of go together. The next one I did was with the two little girls at the beach. And this one, again, I used that Parisian, I love this 3D embossing folder. Very light embossing folder here. And I cut the circle out with our layering oval dies. This is our Petal Pink ribbon. That's also with the Parisian set. And here's where I did that. Okay, so here is the Kerchief Card Kit. That Celebrate You is already on there. The flip side of that is a different language, so I just flipped it over and used the saying like that. No, the one I saw, thank you, Megan, Jackie Williams might have done it in New Zealand. I was in Hartford, so it was the demo that did it in Hartford. But they're all great demos, and I'm sure you'll get great ideas. Okay, so there's that one. Now, this was done with regular markers, because you see it didn't go through. So this one was done with regular markers. The one I'm going to actually case today, very similar, and I'm going to show you how to do that, is this one. Okay, so here's the card again, different saying on the front. But I colored it using our blends, and then I also used some of our designer series paper. And I'm going to show you that in a moment. This one I didn't put on anything on the inside yet. So you see they all have the matching outfits. Another sample of that is I used the mom and daughter and 2 other little girls, if you have 3 girls in the family. And there they are going down to the beach. And again, there's some of that designer series paper. This again is from the Best Dressed. Now the nice thing about this, when I show it to you, you can use your scraps that you have left over of your designer series paper. Good morning, Marlene. And again, I didn't stamp anything on the inside. It was mostly to show you this technique. And this is our new Daffodil Ribbon. And again, I took from the Best Dressed our little note cards, which I absolutely love. And I did a smaller version of it, Thinking of You. You can see all the still shots on stampersdelight.com later today. Okay, so how did I do that? Well, let's take a look. I'm going to bring in my cardstock here, and I'm using Night and Navy. I'm going to bring in my paper cutter just so that I can score it, because I don't have my bone folder here, so we're going to score it with this. And actually, this does a nicer job of scoring, by the way, as long as you don't forget which one you're using. So I'm going to score that in the middle. Get that out of the way. Fold that. Oh, I did find my bone folder. There we go. All right. And we're going to layer that up with a piece of shaded spruce. And I hope I put my snail over here. Let me just grab that. Like I said, I'm working at 2 different tables because the kids are here. There we go. That's going to be layered right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just layer that on there. Still have some fast fuse left, and that's what I grabbed. So, but you can use your Tombow, your snail. Just going to layer that right in there. That's my first layer. Okay, so this one is smaller, and again, I'll put the measurements on there later. This one's going to go right on here. So I'm going to take my stamps. I'm using the Memento. And of course, that's on the other table now, too. I'm all discombobulated today. Okay. I'm going to take the mother and daughter here. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. Then I'm going to take, I think this one I might do a little bit different. Okay, I think I'm going to do it this way. I'll do this one. I'm going to do the whole family. Should I do it that way? Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so now I have all of the family there. I'm just going to put that aside for a minute. And I'm going to take the same. And the thing with this is you want to make, if you have a dark piece, it's harder to see it. But this actually comes out pretty dark. I mean, you're going to be cutting this. So I'm just stamping the same images on my paper here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting out just the dresses. So this is the tricky part. When you do it, and I might have to bring it closer to me so you don't see it, you're cutting out the dress pieces. I think of paper dolls. It just reminds me of paper dolls. And I don't want to rush this because I want to get it all right. I love this. I love doing this. Hopefully I can. It is very hard to see this on the darker paper. The lighter paper is a little bit easier. Let's see if that worked. Yep. Okay, so that's going to go right there. And you can fill in if you missed a spot or if you don't like it. I'm going to bring this away from the camera for a second because I can see it better if it's closer to me. I was trying to do it so you could see it. And again, what I'm doing is cutting just the dress portion out. But I have to move it closer to me so I can see it, so I hope you don't mind. Just going to pull it there. Okay. And this one is going to go right there. These images right here are a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to cut that extra piece off, get it out of the way. And I'm just going to cut this. Yes, paper dolls. That's what this reminds me of. It's so funny. And I'm just going to cut that away. And then the mom. Or the aunt. Could be grandma too. And I'm just cutting the dress away. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a little Tombow because they're small. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little Tombow on each dress form. I absolutely love this. I fell in love with this idea the minute I saw it. And again, if you were in Hartford, just let me know which demonstrator did that. Because I do want to give her credit for this. Amazing. I would have never thought of it. Well, maybe I would have later on. I don't know. Put that one right there. I used Memento on the paper, the designer series paper. And the reason I'm using Memento, well, you can use StazOn on the designer series paper. You just want to get a black image so that you can cut it out. I'm using Memento because I'm going to finish it off with my blends. So with the blends, I'm going to take, let's see, we've got Balmy Blue. Is this Balmy Blue? Yeah. No, I don't want that. I want, let's see. Okay, we'll use a little yellow for the hair. So I have So Saffron Dark. Let me just put some color on their little hair here. All right. This is, again, the blends. This is the So Saffron. I also like to use Crumb Cake if you want it to be more of a brownish color. I'm going to use the light Petal Pink. Okay. For the flesh tone. I'm using the little nubby side. Again, later on I will do the still shots. I'm not doing light and dark, I'm just doing Petal Pink light. Okay, now for the little buckets, I'm using the gray granite. This is the dark, so I'm just going to give a little dark shading right here. And then I'm going to go in with the light. Blend that up. And then this can be sand or it can be water if you want. I'm going to make it sand, so I'm using the Crumb Cake. So I'm going to just put some dark around their feet. And then I'm going to just blend it up. With the light. Okay, and then for the saying, again, one of my favorite sayings, collect beautiful moments. Go ahead and layer that right on top here, just like that. So let's take my fast fuse here because it's right next to me. I'm going to go ahead and layer that right on here. And I have another piece of white for the inside, collect beautiful moments. And for this one, I'm going to grab the dad. Again, remember, this is beautiful moments, and the dad comes from a good man. This one you can get now. This one you have to wait till January 3rd. But, oh my gosh, they work so well together. So we're just going to put dad right here. And there's two different dads you can use, or uncles, or just like fathers. This one I used here because it looked like the sand. You see the bottom here, the sand. This one I used on the inside because there's no sand part, if that makes sense. Okay, so again, let me bring this in and show you. I'm going to do it real quick. I'm going to take that. Again, I'm going to stamp him right here. And I'm going to cut this out. Now I'm cutting out the pants. Just the pants, I think. I'll color in the shirt. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's see. I guess I can get like, I'm just going to cut this. This doesn't really have any end piece, so let's see if that works. Yeah, that works. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so that he matches. This one had a little bit more detail. Okay, but this will work. And we're just going to put that right here. While that's drying, I'm going to grab again. This is where I'll use the balmy blue. Flick some dark color in here. And we'll do the little boy's shirt. Wrong side, I want the other side. So they have matching shirts. Perfect for Christmas. You could do this in Christmas colors. I know Christmas is over, but Okay, so there we go with that. And then a little flesh tone pink. This little foot's over there. And let's make his hair. We'll make him have brown hair. Whoop. Get some dark in there. Yeah, Jean, I wish I could forget what day it was, but I knew that I had to go to work this morning. Okay, and there's some hair on there. And then on the inside of this, you're somebody's blessing. This is pretty juicy because I just re-inked everything. And we'll just put that on the inside. So there you have 2 different cards. And I'll bring them up closer. There's the one we just did, where everybody's matching. Isn't that great? I absolutely love this. There's this first one I did. Let's see, do I have, yep, I have a piece of cardstock here. So this one says collect beautiful moments also. So let's do something with the inside of this one. Okay, maybe what we'll do here is, I'm going to use the same, you're somebody's blessing, because I love this. And here I think I'm just going to use that. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay, and I maybe just use this little one. Don't have to put the people inside of everyone. We'll just put a little of that there. When that dries, I will, let's see, I have some green here and maybe a little blue. Okay, so let's make that match. So we'll just put some dark blue here. I'm not going to blend it because it's so small. Just do the dark blue. This I will put a little old olive flecks there. Just flip that over. Now I'm grabbing my snail because that's close by. Whatever works. Okay, and this one we'll put inside there. So again, this just reminds me of paper dolls. Thank you, Kathy. And you can see this one I did the little boy's leg. So that's all there is to it. Absolutely love this idea. There's the inside of those. And then let me bring in the other one so I can show you again. This one I actually have dimensionals under there. This is the whole family here. Then we have the smaller one, the little note card. And then this one was just the simply stamped one. Now what I can do is just go ahead and actually color those in. What I would do with this is take, let's see, this is the balmy blue. So if we wanted to have everybody match again, maybe have the girls in the dresses in the blue. I don't spend a lot of time coloring. Let's have this little one. Especially with the blends, you can do it so fast. Balmy blue, here we go. So this would be the same effect. Well, not the same effect because you got clothes on the other ones like little paper dolls, but same images. But this would be with just using our blends. I love the way this shades and highlights everything. Now for this one, I'm going to use our Crumb Cake. And I think I'll make their hair dark. I forgot part of his shirt, so I'll go back and do that. I'm going to use the nubby side. This one's drying out a little bit. Do we have another one? Yeah, I do. There we go. This would have been, just think about this one with the Christmas designer series paper. That would have been cute too. All right, I just need to finish his shirt here, which I forgot down this part. Oh, you're welcome, Kathy. I know, I knew you would love this. Okay, grab that light petal pink. Oh, I forgot another arm here. That's right, we'll get that in a second. Let's see. This shirt. And let's do a darker blue here. This is Night and Navy blends I'm using over here. And again, I'm just going to grab the light green, just a little bit. Do some more over here. You can just dot it. And I think this one I'm going to do even lighter. I'll take the Seaside Spray. And I think they'll be standing in water. How's that? Standing down by the ocean. And her legs. There you go. So you can go from simple stamped card and then just blend it up. Again, some of the other ones that I did. This one. And this one. And of course this one. This would make a nice wedding card, or maybe a bridal shower card. Isn't that pretty? So I hope you enjoyed this today. Again, it's the Beautiful Moments that will be available January 3rd. I will have still shots. The other stamp set I used was A Good Man, which you can get now, and it pairs up nicely. The other set that would work with this because of the sketchy, or the sketched images, is Artfully Aware. So again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you. And just to show you, my coffee got cold, so now it turned all black. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year. I will be back here next Friday, January 3rd, with some more stamping. And that's when the new catalog goes live, so I can show it to you. Okay? Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.